Somebody clap, not James. Why me?
That's why I'm here at JAR. I have the best clap.
The best booty clap. Ruben has the best booty clap. It's the name of JARCAST episode 48. Ruben has the best booty clap in JAR. Would you mind twerking for the camera, Ruben? And welcome to the JAR Media
Whoever
Podcast.
edits this, make sure you do a nice zoom in.
The only show.
It's a late night cast.
No, it doesn't. It's not really
It's
late.
not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah,
I'm
you're just
really
a pussy
tired.
bitch.
It's the end of a work week, so we'll forgive you for your tiredness.
I've been right.
Yeah. Have you had a hard work week, Alex?
Yes. What?
James, yes.
It's a different kind of work.
Yeah, exactly. James,
it's the travel part that really tires you out.
There you go. So have you had a hard work week, though? James has had a hard work week. What have you had? A work week.
Just a normal week.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Do you know what I've had?
Tell me, Ruben.
AIDS.
You've had an AIDS week. Just had AIDS for 1 week.
Had
then
an
it went
interview.
away.
Had an interview. It lasted 10 minutes.
Interview where?
For a course at university. Not for a job.
Oh, you got me slightly hopeful that you're going to get a job. I'm depressed now.
They asked me,
I'm disappointed.
Let's do the rundown. I'll be the person, the interviewer.
We're not doing this again.
And
Fucking
you,
role
Ruben,
play.
you play Ruben. I'll play
Interviewer.
This is how I imagine it going in my head.
Mm.
So you sit down.
Yeah. Hello.
Please take a seat. Ruben, isn't it?
Thank you.
Why are you laughing? Is this course a laughing matter to you? So why do you want to do this course, Ruben? Ruben Booty Clapper?
Well, could we just clarify what course this is? Because you don't seem to... Like, I'm not even sure if you work here. I mean...
No, I definitely
You're not
don't.
even wearing any trousers.
Well, this is part of the test, Ruben, and you failed. You're supposed to not acknowledge it until the end, where I can congratulate you for not acknowledging the fact that I'm...
But surely this, it shows a keen eye.
True.
I'm observing
That is true.
that there's
You have an
something
eye
wrong here.
for composition.
And since this is, for film, TV, and digital production, I presume that's what this is for. If you actually are, do you work here? Do you actually work here?
Well, if you go see me, you can find out.
Right, so I'm going to ignore that. Then, surely that shows, an aptitude.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, Robin, what's your favourite movie?
Oh, Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Hmm.
Who's the director of Fight Club, Ruben?
Oh, I do believe it was Michael Bay.
That's a very common answer we get on this course. So,
I was thinking about the amount of people that must apply to that course of like no knowledge or experience really at all of like any of it. And so, what's your favorite film? And they say like, what's the generic? The Shawshank Redemption. Who directed it? I don't actually know.
Frank Darabont.
There you go.
Who was the cinematographer on Fight Club?
John from down the pub.
Correct. You're in. You're in.
Yes.
I assume it went something like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Who's your
and then at the
fav-
end he was like, "We'll take you on." I was like,
Fine, we'll take you on.
Thank you.
We believe in you, woo boos. James, what would your answer have been?
Is
Let's switch.
Anyone home?
Let's switch to James.
Hello.
To do what?
How James would answer this
I've
interview.
technically had more interviews.
Okay. Well, you should be excellent at this then.
Yeah.
You sit down for this course. So,
No. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're sitting down for the course.
You're an actor, James. You need to roll with it.
Oh my god. What is it with you and your obsession with roleplay?
You're singing.
You love doing it on this channel.
Alex just raised his eyebrows at me, so I don't even really want to. Let's not even explore that
James.
implication.
If that is your real name.
So you're going to ask him what his favourite film is?
Well, I'm going to get
And
there.
why?
I'm going to get there.
Yeah, okay, good.
James. If that is your real name.
James, mute your fucking tablet or I will snap it
when the
over my
role
leg.
play's over, Ruben.
Why are you interested in this course then?
Because I have a real passion for...
Oh, he's used the word passion. Sorry, I'm sitting in on the interview.
You're just in the course. Leave! You're already in. You're a student.
Well, what you're supposed to say...
Please continue.
You just got to use the word passion at some point.
This is when the interviewer
Sorry, I need to just like.
Their eyes glaze over and they don't listen. They're just waiting to
There's
hear
no
the word
like
passion.
appropriate props in there for what I was gonna do.
No, there ain't no props in there.
I have a real passion for movies and filmmaking, and I really think my skills in the future will make really good movies.
Oh, that's nice to hear. So what's your favourite movie or TV show?
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down?
Yeah.
Who directed that one then? Do you not
Ripley-
actually know that?
Ripley Scott.
Ripley Scott, that was the one.
You said
Ripley's Ice Cream. Scott.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yes. You're in.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna ask him why.
Why is Black Man Down your favourite movie?
Because there's helicopters and they explode.
You're in. You know how the Hollywood system works. You're in.
Rocky.
Never seen a Rocky film.
Never.
I've only seen.
I've never seen a Rocky. And
I've seen a little bit
the
of
other one.
Creed, and I've seen like as in my dad was watching it, and I saw it for like 5 seconds, and then I saw like one tiny bit of Rocky. Yeah.
It's probably one I should watch eventually.
Yeah, probably, but
So with that, I'm gonna actually lead this time because I always ask one of you ones first. Probably should acknowledge where Jim is. He's still not back yet. Who should be on the next one?
He's still in a very rip-off place of England.
no.
A rip-off place of England.
Yes, a rip-off.
London's the best.
And there's a lot of money there, fam.
It's the best. London's the best.
The best.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to pronounce T's,
Fine.
Ruben.
The best.
No, the best.
Oh, London's jokes, mate.
London's the best.
That's best. Is that better?
London's the best. I can't believe James just hit dick. I'm incredibly fucking offended. So, what have I been watching, Alex? Well, Alex, let me tell you exactly what I've been up to this last week.
How do I look?
Pretty epic.
Intimidating?
Straight out of that block in London.
Hmm.
The attack block.
Oh,
That one.
probably in
Bruh,
like
bruh,
Shoreditch or something. I don't know. No.
I saw
Might
two
be North
movies.
London. Could be
I saw
East London.
two very good movies because me and you watched the Fred trilogy, of course. So I needed at least 2 or 3 things to kind of
I just
balance it out a little bit.
just Final Fancied myself to death.
Mm.
After that was how I dealt with it. What did you watch, Alex?
I watched first a fucking amazing documentary called Tickled.
What's it
I would
about?
highly recommend this movie. It's
What's it about?
It's amazing.
Is it about tickling?
It's about a a journalist in New Zealand. I didn't realize it was a New Zealand journalist at first until
Yeah.
the movie actually started. But he looks into. He like stumbles across this bizarre tickling competition.
I already feel uncomfortable thinking about being tickled on the feet for like.
It's weird. Yeah, he finds these videos
Mm.
of these like burly men being strapped down, and then another burly man sits on top of him and tickles him while he's like strapped down. There's nothing sexual. It's just tickling,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a competition. And he's like, well, this is quite strange. I'm going to try and get an interview set up. As soon as he shows interest and asks people, whoever runs this tickling competition
Mm-hmm.
starts harassing him and saying, because I believe the journalist is gay, like, stop investigating into this tickling thing. We don't want anyone who's homosexual to be related to this. And from that point, he obviously that's what you want as a journalist, and then he goes into it, and then it just develops into like the craziest fucking story you could ever imagine. It is like an episode of Black Mirror in real life. It's that level of just insanity. It's really fucking good.
Okay, so you've sold it now, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
No, but like that type of stuff is actually like a porn thing.
So well, it can't. Yeah, it
But
if you're.
it's
if
not even.
yeah.
It's not even really about that in the end, though. It's just like the spark that turns it into this like just bizarre, fucking weird thing that you can't believe exists.
So what's the other one?
So
What was the other movie? Come on, I want to know what that one was.
The other one is a I believe Spanish film called Dogtooth. Really, really fucking weird.
But was it like good or just?
It was good. I liked it. It was thought provoking. It's about a very like overprotective family. Their parents. It's pretty fucked actually. The parents of these 3 children never let their kids leave their house. And they've like lied to them all their lives. The reason it's called Dogtooth is because they told their kids they can't leave until their dog tooth falls out.
The dog tooth isn't a thing.
Well, they just lie to them.
Yeah.
Like, one of them finds out, this isn't really spoilers, finds out the word pussy.
Hmm.
So then at the dinner table, one of them asks, what does pussy mean? And then the mum just lies and says, it means keyboard. Like, they just fuck with them, basically. And treat them like dogs. It's quite
weird.
disturbing and weird.
Yeah. I'm almost like...
I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. It'd be one of those things you'd either really quite like or
I'd rather
or
watch
hate.
Tickled, to be honest.
Tickled is definitely more...
Dogtooth is not like way up there on my list.
No.
Yeah. Because like I've seen a lot of like disturbing things. I don't need to add I don't need to add any more to the list now. It's not that I'm like afraid. Just like let's watch something else.
It wasn't disturbing quite like, you know, Requiem for a Dream or something like
I
that.
haven't watched that.
It's more
yet. That's
like
probably what I should watch.
It's
James,
just, please, you can hear that really loudly. Just
Okay, shit.
the fucking they just leave enough. They don't explain everything. There's lots that's left to your imagination. Yada 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 makes it interesting. Would recommend that to a certain type of person. It's not one I'd bring up. Whereas Tickled, I would say, check that one out. Super good. Yeah, and been playing Final Fantasy. That's about it.
You didn't see what you've been listening to. Cunt.
Joe Strummer. I can't remember all the other. I listened to a lot of like singles from albums that are supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Ruben James, take it away.
Ruben, what have you been watching?
I looked at you because I thought you were going to speak.
Well, I thought there's probably the least amount to say.
Yeah. Well, recently I have watched nothing.
Nothing.
And the Fred trilogy. Because I've just been playing Final Fantasy 15 pretty much. Like all the time. All the time I have had. I mean, I was not at home for like 2 days though of this week. So
Boy, what were you doing?
I was at that interview and then I stayed there overnight.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then Final Fantasy 15 is a fucking fun game.
I'm enjoying
As it
too.
tells you when you load up the game, a Final Fantasy for fans and first timers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, probably It's
I don't know about the first timers thing necessarily.
Well, it's like in terms of like if you are RPG minded and the combat is fun. I don't think you can call it not fun, really.
Yeah, I'm thinking more just characters are weird, the voice acting's weird, the mannerisms are weird, the world is
I
weird.
suppose, if you can't get
just
past
everything's
that,
fucking weird.
Yeah, if you can't
Very
get past
Japanese.
that, then
Yeah.
And then I have been listening to some of the music from Final Fantasy 15 because it's really good. Just the odd like YouTube video of it because the soundtrack's not out, so
no, not yet.
You can't get hold of it that easily. I think I said Run the Jewels last week. Still listening to them for a bit.
Did you notice that there was a promo for them in Gears of War?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can play as them.
Yeah, you can play as them both.
I saw that and I instantly thought of the thing when we mentioned it last week.
Not like a whole lot of like specific albums really. I wasn't listening to just nothing in particular. Flume, I guess. I'm listening to Flume a fair bit. Again, like you just go through phases when you don't have like a new thing you really like. You just go back to old stuff that you like.
Yeah.
So that's what it's been.
I don't like retiring music I'm listening to after a week.
Yeah.
I'll just listen to it until find something else.
Yeah, and then I go back to it when I feel like it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying to not do the thing anymore where you find a new thing you like and you just listen it to death. Like you listen to it 100 times in a row and then you never want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Used to be bad at that. James, anything to add?
I've been watching Fist of the North Star.
What's that, an anime?
Yeah, like an older one. But it's
Is it
quite-
good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good so far.
Attack on Titan Season 2, April 2017. Did you know?
No.
Really?
No, because you
It's
haven't
gonna be
you haven't really
fucking
been around,
awful.
have you, much? So I guess you wouldn't. Yeah. That's just a fun little fact for you both.
Playing Final Fantasy like the
Is
rest.
it too late for that show? Has it been too long?
No, because they had
No.
that like
It's been
filler thing.
years.
Yeah,
I feel like.
it can
When
do
was it? 2013?
I watched it all in October 2013.
Yeah.
God, that's weird. That is so long ago.
3 years is a long time for a season of a show.
I've been listening to Guns N' Roses and AC/DC.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Like, is that in your own time, or is it because the people you're around have been listening to it?
They don't like any of that music. All the people I'm around listen to like the pop chart stuff.
I hate them.
So I just listen to just stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to that type of stuff because it's just something new. Going back
An
to
itch
that
on my
stuff.
hand. That's why I'm rubbing my hand so much. Sorry.
That's it. That's all I've been doing. I've been working, so I can't really say I've done anything.
Yeah.
That's all I do now.
Yeah. Anyone seen the Spider-Man trailer?
No.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming?
That's alright.
Yeah. Do you like Spider-Man, James?
Never had any interest in it. I kind
Not even
of
the
don't. I
old
don't
ones?
understand why people like the second one.
Spider-Man
Because
2.
I've seen it. It looks fucking terrible.
No, Spider-Man 2 is fucking.
Is that the
class.
one with Octoman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was unbearable.
Really?
Generally.
Why?
Just because it's like
You're gonna get some Twitter hate for this one.
You're gonna say because it's so cringe.
not
so
that
good.
exactly, but
It's
just
good, it's really
like
good.
watching it, it just kind of felt dated.
It's
and
one of my
just-
favorite scenes in that movie is when Doc Ock is out of it and his arm. They're trying to remove his arms, and they like have a life of their own, and they literally kill all the doctors in the room, and it's like shot like a horror movie. It's shot just like The Evil Dead. It's fucking amazing.
I think one of the
They,
reasons
like,
why
they come up next, don't they? And they're like,
Yeah.
speak, but
Yeah.
don't speak.
Yes. Alfred Molina is such a perfect Doc Ock.
Yeah, actually, he really, really suits the role.
What a good villain.
But I don't like it because I didn't watch it when I was young. I watched it when I was like 16 or I saw it then.
Yeah.
I feel like I could still like it, probably.
Yeah.
It just didn't hit me.
That's one of my favorites.
Better than the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh,
It probably
God, by
is.
far.
Better than Spider-Man.
It has probably the best action scene in a superhero movie.
Is that the train
ever
sequence?
done. The train sequence is still better than every modern Marvel movie action sequence. I haven't seen
because
Doctor Strange yet.
the problem with like the modern Marvel movie action sequences, like there's tiny good snippets, tiny little bits that are good.
as long as they're not ruining the trailers.
Yeah, but then it's like the Civil War one.
Yeah.
But
Shit.
I get why you'd put that in the trailer.
I get it, but
there should have been more to the fight scene because the rest of it's boring.
Yeah,
a lot of it's boring.
For that sequence.
Yeah, you're waiting for that the whole time.
Yeah,
they become really gratuitous and just like, oh, this thing's blowing up, and oh, now he's gonna punch this thing hard, or
I feel like the best fight scene.
there's never any weight to it. Whereas that scene, the train sequence, feels really like raw and visceral because it's like Spider-Man actually gets the shit kicked out of him. Like he fucked up completely, but he still like saves the day.
Yeah, and the camera works really good. That scene where he goes onto the side of the train and sees another train coming and like goes on his back like that. It's really good. And the other, and everyone inside, it's like the funny shot of everyone inside just looking at him, just lying against the glass while the other train goes past. It's a fucking great scene.
And obviously it ends on him being like, yeah,
which they kind of reference in this new trailer.
Does James ever think?
No, James, he's just gone for your cup.
Argy.
James has let the Argy in. What's this, Arg? What's this, mate? What's this? Do you want this over here? I'm trying to trick him. Come here, mate. Whoa! Yeah! He hasn't learned to come to me yet. He hates it. Maybe he just wants that bottle.
No, Dick the head's down there as well.
Oh no, he's fascinated by Dick. He wants to destroy it, even though it's made out of like stone. So
He's just cruel.
where's James gone? He's just eviscerated the scene.
Just do that. Then Argy can't get back in.
Yeah. So there were two trailers for Spider-Man: Homecoming,
What?
an international one and a normal one.
I saw one that was like 2 minutes 20 seconds.
You probably saw the first one, the non-international one.
What was
It's
in
the
the
normal one. I wasn't actually impressed. I was really hyped for the idea of this movie because I liked Spider-Man a lot in Civil War. Because I just like the action stuff you can do with Spider-Man, the way it looks and all that. But this film really just hammered home that incredibly boring way Marvel films look. Every action sequence looks the same. It's always like the same style of use of CG. So you can take 5 seconds of footage from any one of those Marvel films and stitch them together, and you could not tell which movie it's from because they have absolutely no style at all.
And they say, oh, we do that on purpose. But
but why did you choose such a bland style then?
Yeah, but think about Star Wars.
Yeah,
style is consistent.
Yeah, I was going to make that comparison with. You might not think
let's
Rogue
talk
One's
about
going to be. Yeah,
let's talk about
after.
original trilogy and Force Awakens. I can't speak for the prequels.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say about Rogue One, is that Rogue One, despite how the movie actually turns out to be in the end, the look of it is quite distinct. Watch out, Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks
like Star Wars.
Has a gritty style to it. You could take a frame from that and know that it's Rogue One Star Wars. But whereas with the Marvel thing, it's just so bland to me.
What the fuck are you doing?
And that's weird because Spider-Man's so colourful.
He's gonna knock it off the fucking chair, I guarantee it.
I'm not that stupid.
Anyway, Spider-Man. Boring.
Yeah, I like who's playing Spider-Man. I was kind of hoping for some reason that this would be kind of removed in a little bit of a way from the rest of it.
Of course not.
No, they had to chuck in Iron Man as much as possible. I thought Spider-Man was one of the only ones you didn't need that for as well. Everyone knows Spider-Man. You know, you don't need to shove in all the immediately the start of the trailer. It's an Avengers reference. You know, they're robbing the bank and they were wearing an Avengers.
Oh yeah,
mask. Yeah. We'll have to see. The movie might be good. Not sure how I feel about the Vulture being this mega Vulture.
Oh yeah, I was wondering who the fuck that villain was. I was like, is this a modern take on Goblin? I don't know.
No, it's the fucking
here?
Vulture, played by Michael Keaton. So another bird character for him. Yeah.
Do you know what's the best thing that's ever come out of Spider-Man?
What?
The modern GTA 4.
Spider-Man.
The Ballad of Gay Tony character is on the Green Goblin's thing.
Is it?
Yeah. It's in a donkey video.
So yeah, there was that one. I feel like there was something else I can't even remember.
There's Fast and Furious.
Oh my god, what's it called again?
The Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious. The Fate of the Furious. Gonna be the snippet of the trailer I saw on Twitter. God damn.
It's only going to be slightly good if it's directed by the same guy who did the last one. Because that
film had one fun sequence, maybe two.
Yeah, but it was better than all the ones before.
Significantly better than all the ones before.
You watched them all, didn't you? You watched a bunch of them.
We watched from Fast 5.
Yeah. We didn't watch before Fast 5.
I haven't watched any of them. All I've watched.
You're not missing anything.
I watched the opening of the one, the long shot of Jason Statham.
Yeah, because that's the best part of that movie.
Yeah, easily.
And then he's hardly in it again. Yeah. And then he has a fight and loses in the end.
Yeah, but I want you to watch the first one because
I really don't want to.
For Vin Diesel, he acts at that point.
I bet you he doesn't.
No, he does. Honestly,
Vin Diesel sucks, man. Not a fan.
No,
of him.
watch it. We should watch it after this. He does honestly act.
I don't want to watch. I've watched Fast and Furious 1, sorry, and
Yes, it's a horrible movie.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's cringy. Its lines are delivered worse than JRPG lines.
Oh god.
Yeah. Because they're meant to have a context, whereas JRPG lines just sound like they're contextless.
Yeah.
But they're really bad. It's oh, let's race. It's on that level.
Fast and Furious. It's weird. Fast and Furious, I don't hate existing for some reason, whereas the Transformers movies being as successful as they are, gets to me at my core.
Yeah.
Because of how bad the fourth one was, how awful.
2 is so fucking shit. I
it's 2
couldn't
and
get
4.
past 20 minutes of it. I was I feel sick when I imagine Michael Bay directing Megan Fox.
Yeah.
I feel sick watching it. I'm sorry. It's just so.
Didn't the new trailer for Transformers come out?
Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that.
But when I see a Fast and Furious movie, it's just okay, has a lot of fans, whatever. It's just guff. Cars, women, strong dudes driving them cars, whatever. The Rock.
Explosion.
Rock's fun.
Yeah, The Rock is. Yeah.
But then with Transformers, it's just fuck off, Michael Bay. Worst director in Hollywood, probably.
Yeah.
He just sucks so much cock.
He's a fucking prick.
Yeah. Trailer looked bad. They have the hook of Optimus being a villain now. But Optimus is in all of those films, he's never a character. His character changes in every
Why is
movie.
he a villain?
Don't know. Well, it shows him at the beginning of the trailer. I guess it is time travel. Oh, God. But, he's frozen in space for some reason at the beginning of the trailer. What's his face?
Just watch it.
I mean, you can if you want.
Yeah, doesn't he start with World War II era marching or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Has Mark Wahlberg in it again? It's gonna be fucking terrible. We all know it.
Actually, he says something semi-decent about politics.
I didn't see any. What did he say then?
He just said that celebrities should just shut up about it for them not being the common person.
Yeah.
I ain't watching no Mummy trailer.
Semi-decent. Hey, that movie looks really slightly good.
What, The Mummy?
Yeah.
We did have a question about that. I haven't watched that trailer yet.
Oh, that music as well.
Oh yeah, fucking Anthony Hopkins is in it for some reason.
Dragons, Knights.
An Oscar winner.
Hitler.
It was Transformer Dragons. Oh, no, there's a really flat-looking, nuts.
The music was the part that made me fucking wince the most.
What is it? I don't know what it even is.
It's so edgy. I remember that's what I liked about the first Transformers when it came out.
Yeah.
I loved the
was
edgy Linkin Park. For what I've done.
What's
Shit.
happening? I don't even understand what's happening.
Tell me what you think of the CG, because I think it looks worse than in the first movie, which came out nearly 10 years ago
That
now.
was Optimus Prime.
10 years ago.
Yeah, there it is.
I know, I think it was 2007, wasn't it?
2007, yeah.
Christ, nearly 10
Float
years
around.
of Transformers.
Same year as Halo 3.
Yeah.
God.
I remember being so impressed by the effects of Transformers 1.
It did have
they're
really
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it recently.
They actually kind of figured out a way of blending them sort of naturally. But when they got to Transformers 4, good
There he
lord.
is. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. It's a bad trailer. It's a fucking terrible
Probably going to be a bad
Thing.
movie.
And there's the moon.
You think?
Oh, that edge.
I don't understand.
But it is incredibly edgy, isn't it?
I don't understand what's happening is the only problem.
But that's exactly how the movie's going to feel, I guarantee it. That's what the
I
last...
say and I want to fight them.
I remember the plot of the first movie. Super simple, didn't even matter, whatever, fun. Second one, just completely incomprehensible. Third one, similar. Fourth one was just the biggest fuck you, awful film.
Was that one we started watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
It's
That's
like 2.5
bad.
hours long. They just teleport to China randomly. Dinosaurs are in it all of a sudden. It's so fucking awful. Comedy all the time. I think I tweeted something out about Suicide Squad being my least favorite
Yeah. I've seen.
Hollywood film I've ever seen, but I'd forgotten about Transformers 4. I'd repressed it. I think Transformers 4 is my winner for worst like big blockbuster
Alright.
movie with a budget of like 100 million plus.
I watched the trailer.
What did you think?
Optimus Prime doesn't kill Bumblebee. Fact. Straight up, he won't have.
No, it'll cut back round and it'll be like just about to or something.
No, but didn't
I
that
don't
happen in the third one? Or something?
We're gonna get
Yeah, Bumblebee was like in the trailers. It showed him dying.
yeah, but like
It's like-
Bumblebee isn't even a character.
No.
one's a character.
He's just a recognizable face.
Yeah.
That people know because they've
Yeah.
seen, the yellow Camaro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, no, do you know what makes you cringe regardless of that? My dad always refers to a Camaro as just Bumblebee now.
I've noticed this really weird trend with a lot of big high-profile things like Transformers, like Final Fantasy. These big budget weird things that they go for this route with the story where it has to be the most complex thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be something simple like what Fury Road was praised for.
What the fuck happened in Transformers 4? Because, like, Mark Wahlberg is obviously... So it's still the same timeline. We're still going with that.
Yeah.
How do they even explain Sam Witwicky? How do they explain his absence?
I guess he's just not relevant anymore.
Alright.
I think it's a bit in the future or something like that. Because at the beginning of Transformers 4, like, they're trying to hunt down and kill all the Transformers and get rid of them.
Oh.
Um,
Why are there dinosaur Transformers?
God, I'm racking my brain, really trying to remember.
You know, because those ships like did stuff.
Some
to the Earth.
ancient ships.
Yeah.
So
Just sort of appeared in our...
they're not
solar
in the
system.
film for most of it, and then there's just one action bit from the end that everyone saw in the trailers.
Okay.
It's fucking awful, man.
So, like, why is Optimus in space? Is that even anything in 4? Or is it just...
No.
This is just a thing?
The only thing I remember about Optimus in the fourth movie is that randomly at the end he can suddenly fly. He just flies around.
No,
It's
but I'm
like-
pretty
and there
sure
are
that's
parts-
like an original thing from the original Transformers.
No, but
like he can
not in the
fly.
first movie.
No, it's in like the original.
Oh, in the original,
source
yeah, but
material,
like
yeah.
there are other
Cartoons and
scenes in the
shit, yeah.
film,
Anime, Ruben.
in the contained film of
Cartoon.
Transformers
It's an
4.
anime.
It's a cartoon.
If animated in Japan, mate.
It's a fucking cartoon.
It's an anime,
It's a
mate.
fucking
It's
cartoon.
an anime.
An animated kids cartoon,
Yeah.
Saturday morning kids cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to sell toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the scene where he just flies for no
Transformers,
reason,
Robots in disguise.
and all the parts. There are like early parts in Transformers 4 where the scene could have been avoided if he could have just flown out of it,
Yeah.
but he doesn't. And then randomly at the end, he just flies off, and it's like,
I had
well,
no idea you could fly, Bambi.
basically,
Pretty
yeah.
much that, yeah.
Interesting little factoid. Iron Giant, best Superman movie. Have a think about that one, boys.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It is just Superman.
Mm-hmm. Even, like, in the movie.
They reference it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
And he says super in his robot voice. And it's...
I am Superman. Did that film make you sad when you were younger and saw it?
Yeah, a little bit. It was the end with the bolt that wanted to get back that was always like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Because you always wanted to see the rest of it. And then it goes to him when he's rebuilding. Ah!
That's a happy ending though. The sad bit is when he fucking dies.
But it's always like, no, I want to see, like, it's like a happy sad. You're like, yeah. Iron Giant. Fuck yeah.
Like, I remember showing my cousins Inside Out, and they weren't really liking it because it's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, at the end of it, they were like, yeah, I quite liked it, but I was a bit sad. It's like, oh. Like, Jesus Christ, Pixar.
Oh.
They've succeeded when they've traumatized kids. Basically.
Yeah, at least the ending of Toy Story is, we're not aiming for the truck. You know, and that's a happy ending. Just straight up.
Yeah, but that one gets you because of the music and everything.
Yeah. Did I say Toy Story or did I say Transformers?
You said Toy Story.
Good. I wasn't sure if I said Transformers by accident.
I guess that music thing could sort of apply a little bit. But no, the scene where Buzz Lightyear flies or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. They're all really good. One of the best trilogies. There's a Toy Story trilogy, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Star Wars original trilogy. What else is there?
The Matrix trilogy? The Godfather trilogy?
Well, 1, 2, and then no one really likes to talk about 3.
Yeah. So I don't know if that one even counts.
No.
You have to endorse all 3 of them in some way, I reckon.
Well, because like 1, like they don't even have to. You don't even have to see like the second one after the first one. You don't need to see the third one. You don't need to see any of them. If you watch the first one, you could leave it there.
I feel like in terms of like consistency as movies, it's either Lord of the Rings or Toy Story.
Yeah.
Easily. Out of all those ones we just listed. Oh, sorry, I mean Matrix.
Very good, Alex.
What even happened with that?
They're really fucking shit, aren't they?
Still haven't seen any of them.
2 and 3 are so fucking crap. 2 is really crap.
Yeah, 2's my least favourite Matrix film.
It's really boring.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. It's just fucking boring.
Really long, really boring.
And there's like those random twin characters who can turn into ghosts or some shit. And they've got the dreadlocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird.
I remember saying to you about them when we were watching. Do you remember those ones? And you didn't. And then they like appeared. Yeah. And it was like, oh.
No wonder I didn't remember these. They're horribly forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they even get like killed in the end?
Yes. I can't remember. It wasn't even that long ago when we saw it.
No, it wasn't. I don't remember at all. So
let's do a quick round the room if we think Rogue One's going to be good or not.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm really unsure. So
this is just like we're not basing this off any concrete information apart from trailers, basically.
I won't say it's going to be bad. I'll just say it's not going to be as good as the Force Awakens.
No. I guess not. It doesn't have the nostalgia thing quite as much working for it. It doesn't have your 3 main characters and Chewie coming back. Mm-hmm. Does that Darth Vader though?
He wasn't in it originally or something. And they like wrote him into it.
Yeah. Makes sense, I suppose.
I mean, it should have been that way to begin with, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it would be weird to have this whole thing of them stealing the fucking Death Star plans. Darth Vader's just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
What was he doing? Was he on holiday?
Yeah.
Where was he?
I have no problem with him being in the movie at all, because it's not one of the things where it is like bringing a character whose face you can see. Mm-hmm. Like James L. Jones is still alive. He can still do the voice just as well. You can get an actor who's as tall as Darth Vader would be in a perfect replica of the costume, and it's like the same. Yeah. So why not do it? This is the one chance you'll be able to do it with it making sense.
I need a one chance.
Exactly.
Because one does.
Controller your way to the box.
Shut up.
The biggest worry people seem to have is reshoots.
It's the SJW like writers or whatever or director.
But like if you think reshoots are a problem,
like every movie has.
Yeah, like every Hollywood movie has reshoots. All of them. I saw James Gunn tweeting about them the other day, like saying every fucking movie has reshoots. Chill. Like it's not a big deal.
This happens. You know, they might go to like watching back the footage and just be like, that's not quite right.
Yeah.
And
They
you
might
just have
see in
to.
the editing room something's not working.
Mhm.
They think of a new thing because they're fucking Disney. They have $1 billion trillion. They're like, okay, we'll go film the thing that we need. Job done.
So they fly everyone
I just feel
back out to the desert.
Yeah, I feel like there are enough cogs in motion and people with talent involved and the story's simple enough where I can't see it being a miserable piece of shit. Like, what could they do?
Let's think of a recent example of a miserable piece of shit movie that we've watched. That's like, let's call it like, it's new and it came out and was advertised, not like
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a miserable piece of shit. Yeah.
Where it's so incoherent. The action's not even good. The acting's bad.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't want to talk about
Whereas with Rogue One, performances I'm sure will be fine. It'll have fun moments. It'll have good action for sure.
It was in Canary Wharf.
Yeah.
Station.
The cinematography will be really fucking good.
Yeah.
At the very least.
And then you'll finally build all your Lego models.
Yeah. I predict this getting like 70 Metascore, something like that.
Yeah. It might get like a 68 because people will be going not wanting to like it. There might be like...
Because
You think that's what it is?
I don't know. Sometimes you get people being assholes.
I feel like critics were way on board with the Force Awakens kind of nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
They might be on board again.
It was more other people. That
as long as it's
didn't want to
tasteful.
be, there were other people who wanted to be not on board with it. They
Yeah.
wanted to not
Yeah.
be on board with it because...
I guess people have a problem with the main character being a woman again.
Yeah.
For some reason, even though the team of characters is full of men as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. Like, stop doing it like it's just a fucking token thing. The odds were 50-50 whether this person that grew up to be whoever Ersa was a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, does it?
And the major character in the film
only way
is
it becomes,
her father.
Yeah, I mean, the only way it becomes like not this doing it for the sake of appearing a certain way is as if you just keep doing it until everyone shuts up.
Yeah.
So by all means, just keep doing it.
Think about the next standalone movie is going to be fucking Han Solo.
She's not written like she's a woman. It's not like to be a woman.
Yeah.
She's just a fucking character who is female.
Yeah.
She's a character with tits.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That is it. That's the difference.
It's not like they're sending it on the
She's
Amazonian
a character.
planet.
She can give birth. Yeah. She
with
grew
just
up,
women.
Yeah.
There are plenty of main characters. Basically, she's one of the only female ones. Her and Mon Mothma are like the only female characters in that whole team, basically. You have the robot voiced by a white male. You got the guy from Nightcrawler, like Jake Gyllenhaal's buddy dude in that.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
Fuck.
You got the guy...
I can't even think. That movie, it's been so long. I should probably watch it again because it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. The Night Of, he's the main character in. He's in it. The guy from Arrival.
I thought John Turturro was the main character in The Night Of.
I guess technically, he is.
I'm just gonna fucking look it up because
John Turturro and that guy are the two main characters.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up because I can't picture this person you're talking about for some reason.
The guy from Arrival with the funky eye. He's in it as too. That's a black dude. So it's a diverse cast.
Diego Luna.
Yeah, he's English.
This dude.
No,
okay. Because I don't remember what the guy looked like who was Thingy's buddy.
The guy from
Ben Mendelsohn.
Is there a picture of him? I don't know.
Oh no, you mean Riz Ahmed?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, I remember him now. I just couldn't think who the guy was who was his friend in Nightcrawler. I couldn't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen, Jimmy Smits. So it's just a Jim meme.
Wait, is Jimmy Schmidt's in it?
Jimmy Smits is Bail Organa.
Oh, they brought him back. That's the first tie to the prequels, I think. Weird.
I mean, he played that character just fine. So like, whatever.
The only thing I remember is that the Jedi like slaughter scene with all the younglings. Him like showing up in his little car for some reason. He's like, "What happened?" And then they're like, "You got nothing to worry about." And then this Jedi comes out and it's like, "You're killing all the clones," and then the Jedi kid gets killed and he goes, "No!" and flies away. Remember that scene incredibly clearly for some reason.
I actually can as well. I mean, because I think I found it confusing when I was a child. Like I didn't know why, what, who, you know.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen. Forgot he was in it.
Yeah.
At age 53, being fucking ripped. He could kill anyone in this room.
Not me.
So James thinks it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be just fine.
It's not bad. It's just...
Thinks it won't be as good as...
Yeah. I know people are going to hate it because there's the word SJW has been slightly attached to it, so people will be so... oh, so butthurt.
But like, why though?
Because
what have people been saying that it's going to have?
Because it's going to come with an agenda, I guess is what they're worried.
yeah,
How can you fit an agenda into a Star Wars movie like that?
One of the producers or writers, someone involved, just tweeted something relating to white supremacy, and that as a whole.
But what effect does that have on the movie that was written years ago, production that's been going on for years,
I don't know.
with teams of people working on it? How can a message... I don't know, I haven't seen the movie, of course. Like, if there is some weird propaganda thing to... I don't get how, though. It's a movie about a team of fucking rebels going into an Empire base and stealing the Death Star plans.
Because the Empire's armor's all white, so it's like white supremacists or some shit. I don't actually know.
But like the themes, like the Nazi
did you
themes...
say the Stormtroopers...
Armor's white. I don't know.
The Stormtroopers' armor has been white since 1977.
I don't know.
So...
And like
that's not my
the
opinion,
whole
that's
Stormtrooper
just
thing, the whole Empire thing is like based on like Nazi imagery
Yeah,
and shit like that anyway.
Identical in every way.
In the same way that like Voldemort is based on similar themes.
Yeah.
It's
Because
just,
it's an easy thing to base things off, because it's like all the stuff is
as far as like for science fiction design, it's cool.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of that's taken from it, and it's made some really cool stuff.
And another thing I would like about Rogue One is that they do have like new types of vehicles and shit too.
Yeah,
because that's one thing that in The Force Awakens it's annoying. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. I was supposed to bring that up.
I can't.
They do look different. The whole head design.
Well, in the new trailer I've seen, they do look
there's a massive cargo hold.
Yeah, because in the first trailer they don't show that. They show the close-up.
Yeah, but Jim said they look different,
like,
so
this
it
was
is different.
People don't know what's going on. What we're talking about.
There was a debate on an episode.
There wasn't. It was in an episode, but there was a debate between the Jar Media cast on if the AT-ATs in the Rogue One, the new Rogue One Star Wars story, are different and aren't AT-ATs. They look different. Whatever. Jim's argument was that Jim's argument is that the AT-ATs look different in Rogue One.
They do though.
And our point was that doesn't matter. Everyone's going to call them AT-ATs.
Yeah,
they look like AT-ATs. They're a variant on AT-ATs.
That's not true though. You don't see like a Volvo estate and say that's a Volvo
this
saloon.
Is Star Wars.
It doesn't matter. It's factually a different AT-AT variant.
Factually,
so you say that.
Maybe.
Yes, that's how. No, that's not in universe. That's how it is. A Sherman blooming Firefly's not a Sherman.
Nah,
it's a Sherman Firefly.
We were basing this off the one trailer we'd seen where he shoots a rocket launcher at the head of an AT-AT. An AT-AT.
You can clearly see
and then
in
the
that
head goes down.
Actually.
I'm not scrolling through these trailers frame by frame. I see an AT-AT. I call it an AT-AT.
Yeah, it's an AT-AT.
On that trailer, you can't actually see the cargo hold, which is a differentiating thing. 'Cause it's like bigger.
What if that's one? What if that one he shoots is an AT-AT?
That's true.
It is an AT-AT, to be honest.
Yeah, and then later on in another trailer, they just have a different kind of it.
Let's just
get fucked. We've won. We've actually won right now.
ACT is in the movie, and it is different to an AT-AT. That's all.
The C being cargo.
Yes.
But like you know, in like the Force Awakens game, not the Force Awakens, the Force Unleashed video game, they had all these fucking weird variants on like AT-STs and shit. Yeah. But they're like still an AT-ST.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You just call it.
They'd be that
just call it an AT-ST.
They'd have some nerd dumb in-universe name, but they're still at its core whatever the fuck it's based off.
Well, because to me it's like, okay, you have AT-AT, and then that's there, and then things that branch out from it.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be AT-AT.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're talking,
the only reason it's in the movie is because of Empire Strikes Back, and everyone knows what AT-AT looks like.
Let me finish. If we're talking about it though, you want to refer to it by its name.
But Alex had the best music video. Sorry, I was just making a bad Kanye West reference.
But you have to refer to it by what it is. If you're going to talk about it, you just got to refer to it by what it is. I'm not going to talk about Sherman Firefly and call it Sherman. I'm going
to keep calling it an AT-AT.
You're going to do that just to piss me off, though.
Yeah, basically. That's one of the main reasons. Yep. Unless there's a scene in the movie, a 25-minute scene where they break down the fucking mechanical engineering.
They go in and they accidentally steal the plans for an act, an AT-ACT.
Unless they steal one and they use it or something.
No,
but
like a Trojan horse. Maybe it'll be like a Trojan horse and it'll hide in the cargo.
Yeah. Even though from the trailers it looks nothing like that at all.
No, they're just going to fucking fly in the...
It doesn't matter. I bet at one point one of them will say it.
I bet you that's not even going to be said.
No.
I'll bet money.
They never say anything like that though in Star Wars. Like, do they even call them AT-ATs once in Empire Strikes Back?
No.
They never even refer to them as that. It's just
Ewoks are never even called Ewoks.
Yeah. They're just a thing.
Everyone knows what they're called because of the toys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason anyone will know that these new things are a new variant.
Because like it just wouldn't matter, would it? Like, you just call it like a tank, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like if they, let's say, they call it armor, and like you wouldn't call it like its specific name. Guys, watch out for the what is it? Sherman Firefly over there. No, just be watch out for the fucking tank.
Yeah.
That'll kill you.
Because not if you're in a tiger, you need to specify to the gunner that there's an Sherman Firefly there.
So then they know where to shoot.
Yeah.
Die.
The only way I could ever see them establishing what they are is if they have some like battle plan.
Wait, just realised.
What?
Lego Star Wars Rogue One. Hot damn!
Is that a thing?
It will be. Let's be real. It's going to happen.
Can they make a full game off that?
They might just make it like an expansion.
It's possible, yeah. But yeah, if they have a scene where they're like looking at a hologram of the battlefield and they're like, the 80 acts are gonna come in this way and the battle like
no,
that's the only way I could ever imagine them.
Sense.
Because
why would an 80 ACT be on the battlefield if it's a cargo transporter? It'll be behind the lines.
They're trying to sneak into an Empire base, aren't they, to get the plans?
Okay, fair enough.
So
you said battlefield, just implying they're going to go in with an army and kill everyone.
But they do go in as an army, basically, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there's all these
you saw in the trailer, like...
I didn't watch the trailer and I haven't.
So, like, the 8080 thing...
He's just been arguing this whole time with us about, like... and he doesn't even know. He hasn't even watched the trailer.
I've Googled it, though. I Googled 80 ACT. And I knew what thing you were referring to.
The act. Bad name as well.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
No one calls it at. If you do, you're a piece of shit.
You don't call Diet Coke, do you? Because...
Yeah. No, I tend to just call it Coke.
I'm being pedantic.
You don't call Diet Coke?
No, then you'd be specific and say, do you want some Diet Coke? Because then if you gave someone who wanted Coke, Diet Coke,
but you don't
they'd
give
be
people
upset.
Giant
have you tried
militarized fucking carriers.
You've drank Diet Coke today and it tastes nothing like Coke, so why would you say it's Coke?
Oh, James, do you want an all-terrain, what does the other AT stand for, Ruben? Armored transport. Do you want an all-terrain armored transport, James? Or would you prefer the all-terrain armored cargo transport? Which would you prefer?
Cargo transport, because it looks better.
It doesn't.
It looks better.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Full of shit. That's just proved it.
I like the head design.
Boy.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Star Wars nerd. Nerd.
So what's about next?
It's kind of all I got. No,
really?
I'm kidding. No, we haven't even looked at any of these.
I was going to say, what have we been talking about?
You know what? I think my diet today's been really bad. I've eaten
Isn't your diet but just bad full stop?
Yeah, but all I've had today is 5 oranges and Coke.
5 oranges?
Yeah.
I reckon if you had 3, that would be alright.
Not 5.
Depends on the size of the orange. If it's just a little clementines.
Yes, a small one.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, but if you eat too much, you're like, your stomach goes funny.
Yeah, all the sugar and acid.
Not sugar, it's because of the vitamin C.
No.
What? No.
I know.
I'm pretty sure fruit has lots of sugar in it.
Yep,
I know, I'm
does.
joking. But Alex, I have such a high consumption of sugar, I don't think oranges is going to affect me.
James has achieved optimal ketosis, hasn't he? Where his diet is just sugar and fat all the time, so his body just burns.
If James
constantly.
can't get diabetes, I don't have to worry about it.
Well, no, he might get diabetes.
I don't really. That's the thing.
He just isn't going to get fat, is he?
No. I wonder how much I'd have to eat. How much you have to eat to develop diabetes? Must be quite a lot. It must just be everything you eat in mass, with quite a lot of it being so much sugar that your body can't handle it.
Yeah.
We just don't have that level of sugar though. We don't. It's not typical for a British family to have the pancake breakfast with the bacon, with the syrup.
It's still a thing.
But it's not on the same level, is it?
No, typical. No.
It's like something you would go out of your way to do as a special thing. I don't know how many people are really having pancakes and things like that, and waffles. Just sugary things. The breakfast cereals, while sugary, aren't on the level of some of the American ones.
I have
which have marshmallows
waffles quite often.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess comparatively we're a bit more void from all that stuff, but still a problem here, I guess.
Just have to wait.
I'd feel so guilty if I was a parent and I made my kid diabetic. Wouldn't you?
Those don't Troy Street whole food.
No, but if you fed it to them and didn't give them
the nutrition they need.
Yeah.
Or the balance.
I feel like you'd have to really, really fuck up to manage that though.
You'd have to be a bit for yourself to buy all that stuff.
I suppose, yeah.
Happen.
But then you do have the enablers, don't you? You have those like really skinny husbands that feed their incredibly obese wife, or flip, or vice versa.
Oh fuck! What is that called? We'd learn.
Yeah,
are they feeders or something?
Feeders.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
They're like
a
ambition.
Gears of War creature.
Yeah.
They're like it's like their ambition is to just make their wife the fattest person in the country.
It's like a fetish, isn't it?
Mm.
Like some people just love fat women.
We always said James would be one of those, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, that was the joke.
You said he'd be the skinny chap with a fat girlfriend. Like I'd actually be like just horribly embarrassed by it if you did that.
Would you?
It's not that.
Yeah, I know, but if you did, I'd just be like.
I heard a story of this guy who lives in this town, who went out with this like morbidly obese woman, and he would like take her into the forest and pound her. But then afterwards, he'd drive to the pub, but because he was so embarrassed of her, would make her wait in the car while he went and got a pint.
How did you hear this story? Who told you this?
I'll have to tell you after. But,
Was it Jim?
You got me. No, it wasn't Jim.
Always a surprise.
Yeah, apparently she was so huge. She was walking down the street in a green dress, and someone drove past that they knew and thought it was a walking tree.
I always have to wonder how someone gets that humongous.
And this dude who was dating this woman, skinny man.
Yep.
So just what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. Just liked him big, liked him chunky. You'll never forget that in Madagascar. Gloria. And that music plays. I like them big, I like them chunky.
Reminds me of that magnet my mum has. Or someone bought my mum.
What does it say?
I no longer skinny dip, I chunky dunk.
That's the most English thing I've ever heard.
But she's not like big. So it's like a stupid fucking magnet.
It's like women that like aren't fat at all like to joke that they're overweight.
Mm-hmm. Because maybe they've got like a pit like around here or something.
Yeah.
Right. I do. Look at me.
I don't.
Do you like to chunky dunk, Ruben?
No.
No?
I haven't swam in years.
Yeah.
I'd probably drown if I got into a swimming pool now.
Are you saying that I actually went swimming the last time I went to Portugal? And
Did
I can't fucking swim.
Really?
I know how to swim, but I just completely forgot how to do it.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Well, I haven't, like, my body has grown a lot, like in every direction.
Yeah.
Since I last swam, so.
You might find it surprisingly easy then.
But it's not though,
because like weirdly hard.
Because you haven't done it so long, it's so just horrible. Because like after a few lengths, you're just fucking destroyed, and it's like
I actually got quite fit, to be honest, for a time when it came to swimming.
Yeah,
because I could just go
ultimate exercise
back to back for ages.
Yeah,
it's like generally.
And when you're a kid, like, it seems fucking easy.
Yeah, you're not even like thinking about anything.
No.
Now I'd be in there and I'd be like,
right, I'm gonna do this many fucking lengths.
Yeah, and you get to like 10 of like 30 or something, and I'm really bored.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem I have when I go swimming. It's just like fucking boring.
You haven't been in ages, have you?
No, I haven't been in a long time, but I mean when I did for like months and months and months.
It's really fucking dull.
It is dull, but it's like...
I can only get past it like in the gym, like with repetitious fucking weightlifting, with lifting some weights, because you can like stop and look at your phone for like, I don't know, a minute between a set.
You can listen to music too.
Yeah.
You can listen to music in a swimming pool.
Yeah, but it's the stuff that's like on the radio, and even then the acoustics are usually really bad in the room, and they just don't even bother.
The thing I don't like with swimming is that you have to like...
be wet and then dry.
Yeah, that
and then feel damp.
You have to shower and shit around everyone.
And you got to feel tingly.
The amount of like old men I ended up showering with when I was there.
They're all naked as well.
They're so comfortable with just cleaning their willies in front of you and goatseeing right next to you. It's fucking weird, man. They just don't give a single fuck. And then like two of them will come out of the shower together, just start talking to each other. They're like 3 foot away from each other, just everything's hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Towel between their legs with all this going on.
Flossing.
Yeah, flossing.
Yeah.
Fucking awful. I don't take my swimming trunks off when I'm in the shower though.
No.
I would usually shower when I got home when I went swimming.
You want to get that chlorine off like right away there.
Yeah, so like I'd get a lift home there, so I'd be like 10 minutes of tingly and then get in the shower.
Yeah, man.
It's awful chlorine feeling on your skin though.
Yeah,
it's itchy,
you just want to get it off.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have my own private pool, rice gum style.
Yeah. I'd probably swim then.
Rice gum goals.
That'd be pretty great.
Well, like my Australian family, they just got a pool in their garden.
Everyone does.
Because it's so fucking hot there. They just wake up in the morning, jump in the pool, swim for a bit.
Jump in the fucking pool.
Get out. Make sure you got no huntsmans down there to fucking murder you while you're swimming.
Punch some kangaroos. Just get back into your house.
Yep.
You know, got to defend yourself.
Huntsman's like around the pool or in the pool?
They create a little air bubble.
Is that a huntsman?
Really?
That was something called coming out.
Yeah. They fucking create an air bubble?
Yeah, they can stay in there for like
and they
like
just
days.
drift around in there?
No, they just sit on the bottom, I think. With a little air pocket.
So if you see one, you don't actually get it out because it will like.
Because I think they can trap air in between their legs or something because they're so small.
Wow.
Comparatively.
Fuck Australia.
I know, right? Just everything's out to get you.
Like there was like a story about some woman like saw one and didn't actually know it was alive, so she took it out and like bit her and she like fucking died or something.
Yeah, they've got like a fatal bite or something, or a bad one at least.
You have to like call in people to like get it out.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck Australia, New Zealand, always superior.
It's nothing like that. They do have some big spiders there, but non-venomous.
Big spiders here. Lamb.
Yeah.
Gonna get some fucking lamb.
They've also got some great flightless, pathetic birds.
Yeah. You said about kiwis, and then you said another animal that's pathetic, and its name was so ridiculous.
I think I said kakapo.
You said kakapo, yeah.
I think that's a bird.
And its name, I just thought.
They have the tuatara lizard, which is one of my favorites. My favorite lizard.
I don't actually know that.
So it's like a pretty famous one.
I guess I'll have to Google
it's a nice looking lizard, to be fair. Kiwi birds.
I'm gonna guess how you spell tuatara.
Lizards are pretty cool. It's a shame you don't just like walk down the street and just see them just walking around.
I know.
It's like that.
You get that in Spain, Europe,
Portugal, and they like warmer countries.
Yeah, those are pretty funny looking.
Yeah, they're a nice looking lizard.
Yeah, they're pretty neat, aren't
lizards.
they?
Yeah, lizards are cool.
They're neat looking little animals.
Yeah. The good thing about New Zealand is they don't have any of those fucking horrible creatures.
Look up tuatara lizards.
Yeah.
They're a fun little time, yeah.
It's TUA.
Yeah, TUA.
The rest is obvious.
Just die. And they've got a third eye or something.
They got the sun's eye.
They got shut up. They got like a third eye on the back of their head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, New Zealand definitely wins in terms of like I wouldn't be comfortable having a dog in Australia. I'd be worried that a snake would fucking kill it when I let it out to go piss.
Or a kangaroo would
try and suffocate it, and then you have to punch the kangaroo in the head.
Like my uncle has a Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Which, I feel like a Jack Russell could, like, fend for itself. They're quite...
No, I wouldn't say so. No, but they're the type of dogs you think they're the shit, but they're just weak and
this one I'm talking about, specifically. If it saw a snake, I can imagine, like, losing it. This is the dog that... They had a trampoline, and when you went on the trampoline, this dog would go underneath and try and bite your feet as you jumped, because, it gets...
Well, that's like typical small dog stuff.
And Argy specifically loves... insects and chasing them and eating them. I don't know how if you chase like a huge huntsman thing, you'd probably get fucked up by it, I'm sure, even though he shouldn't really. Tuatara. We have a question from I Can Be Swifty. It's an interesting one. Complete tangent, related to nothing else we've spoken about. If you could get rid of any law, which law would it be?
Speed limit.
No.
Speed limit? That's
because then stupid people end up killing themselves. Because they go too fast on corners.
But what about people that go too fast and take other people with them, other innocent people?
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Okay,
yeah,
although I said, okay, I didn't say that.
I'm trying to think, I mean, like, I'm not sure you can call the Snoopy
assisted suicide law.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. There should be like a right to die if you want to die.
Yeah.
Because you're terminally ill or some shit and you want to die of dignity,
Weed being illegal.
I'll legalise marijuana.
Yeah.
If we just take a law each, you can do that one. Very valiant of you. Don't know what James will do. Something stupid, probably.
Well, that one I just suggested.
Alright then. So
I'm sure there are plenty of really outdated, like, stupid laws
that we just don't even know about.
Yeah.
Like, not being allowed to own guns.
You can own guns in this country.
Yeah,
they're so difficult
to... whatever.
Yeah, I know someone that he goes to he has like a rifle and all that, and he goes shooting.
Gun club.
Yeah, gun club. But he has to like have it in a safe somewhere.
Yeah, and have to be inspected.
And he has to be the only person that knows where the key is to the safe. Blah 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 blah.
My granddad had a bunch of like deactivated World War II guns for ages.
That's like fine, isn't it? Deactivated.
One with a bayonet on.
They were probably SMLEs.
He sold them all.
They were probably, yeah.
Did he make good money from them, or?
I assume so. He had loads of stuff. He had gas masks. He had rifles.
Pretty neat.
Grenade. He used to keep a grenade in his fucking sock drawer for some reason.
But it was deactivated, wasn't it?
It was deactivated, yeah.
I guess he just liked it.
He used to joke that it wasn't or something. I think he sold it though.
What if it wasn't?
Well,
what if it wasn't deactivated?
Like, good quality World War II stuff is generally worth a bit of money.
Oh. Clappy clappy.
Especially Booty German guns.
German guns.
Yeah, because they're like really unique. It's not unique, but they're like.
What is like
very specific.
Is World War II
like
German attire like illegal?
In Germany, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I know one of the princes wore it for a Halloween thing once, or a fancy
like an
dress
actual
thing.
one, or like just a.
It would be a replica, wouldn't it?
You can buy the replicas, but they just don't have any of the specific like fucking Nazi symbols and stuff. It's just the black, just kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all you have to do is cosplay as an Imperial officer from Star Wars for that, really.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But like that type of stuff is completely illegal in Germany.
Understandably.
As I know
they want to distance themselves from that
stuff. But they sell it.
I mean, I'm not particularly like down with like wearing that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're doing like historical recreation
something
stuff.
It's not romanticized for a reason.
But it's like it just seems quite distasteful to wear that and romanticize that.
But if they've got to be specific of the actual Nazi uniform, it's not like the German military uniform, which is just a military uniform.
Yeah, well, I feel like the whole Nazi thing is such a like recognizable image at this point that is associated with a certain thing.
Yeah, you see boots and tucked in trousers and puffy thighs.
Yeah,
you think Nazi uniform.
Yeah, if it was that,
or long trenches and the peaked hats.
Yeah,
and it's all black, obviously, and leather gloves. It's instantly Nazi uniform. You just think of that.
Yeah. How did we get to that from? I just asked if it was illegal to actually own it or not.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Yeah.
I know that they do sell Hitler cigarette lighters in Italy.
Do they?
Yes.
What, with Hitler on it?
Yes.
Or a swastika. Oh, really?
Yeah. On a lighter.
You got those neo-Nazi types and stuff like that.
But that's like
they get swastikas on them and shit like that.
There's that movie of Edward Norton, which is
American History X. Yeah. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
There was Harry Potter played like a skinhead white supremacist in some movie, I think, from this year or coming out.
Yeah.
Neo-Nazi.
Yeah. I don't know what you're on about.
I haven't seen it, but
it sounds like an interesting thing already.
Yeah. I normally like things like that, as long as it's done well.
Mm-hmm. American History X is pretty fucking...
It's pretty brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. Jesus
Curb stomping
Christ.
and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. Jarling Jack.
Heard that name before.
If you could be any YouTuber for a week, who would you be and what would you do?
Well, would you be assuming their position and role, or would you be like in their body?
Doesn't specify. You have to choose.
Should we just assume that you're just going to assume their position and role?
If you could be any YouTuber for a week, I see it as you're like going into their body for a week. You're like taking over them like a spirit.
Okay. Now you've got to think: is there any YouTuber you'd want to kill?
Ooh.
Or fuck up the whole life?
Yeah.
Fuck up the whole life, you know.
I don't know if you can actually. Yeah, I suppose you can. Yeah, they just say, "What would you do?" and who would you be?
I can't think who. I mean, I'm trying to think of the one I really hate. Wouldn't bother being one I like or whatever, because whatever.
Yeah.
One I really don't like. I destroy everything.
Like get yourself addicted to cocaine or something. Get some severe drug addiction.
Oh, yeah, you could do every horrible drug, just so you know what it's like, but it's not you doing it. And then you're gone after a week.
I'm trying to think who I really, really don't like.
What one that begins with R? Who I mentioned earlier.
I can't think now.
To do with that as well.
Oh, him. I mean, yeah, he's shit. But
Wanting them to die is another
That's really.
I'd kind of like to see. I'd like to go into a YouTuber who like thinks they're all that really flaunts their shit, just to see how like sad and pathetic their life really is.
Like an actual YouTuber, not like. I mean, because FouseyTube, obviously everyone knows his name, but was it Kobe Person or whatever?
Oh, Kobe Pearce, yeah, the really Spider-Man people.
Yeah, but people don't really know his name. No one really cares about
Spider-Man people.
He fucking dresses up as Spider-Man and shit now.
I know. Yeah.
Would he die? Maybe he'd die. He thinks he's all that. FouseyTube's almost like...
FouseyTube might be a good one.
Yeah.
Just so you can see how like shallow and shit his life is.
Yeah.
I bet it would be... If you could do this a bunch of times as well, and you went to all these similar types of YouTubers, you'd see this weird trend of these like fucking awful people that have no character whatsoever.
Like the vloggers.
It'd be incredibly depressing, actually. Unless you just want to go on holiday, become Casper Lee for a bit, go fucking jet skiing for a week.
Casper Lee, I don't like him, Alex.
No, you don't like his new movie with KSI.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
No.
Why? He's South African?
And South Africans are cunts.
Oh god.
I know that's from experience. I'm not saying that all. I'm just saying.
No, you don't say that.
You don't say that. That's not how it
I'm
works.
joking. Do you think I'm serious?
Yes.
You actually were probably then for about 20 seconds.
You used to say you hate French people.
Yeah.
Does that still stand?
No, that's just like a bit of old English banter of, French bashing.
Yeah.
Okay, I can. One can slide.
That's just an English thing, I guess.
That one can slide.
So you wouldn't, if you were single, let's say, because I know how pedantic you'll be if I ask you this question about specifying that. Really, fucking hot French girl approaches you.
Why would I say no?
Oh, all right then.
Do you think
you don't hate French people to that extent?
I just hate their cars.
Oh, come on.
On the subject,
you don't hate French people, then you should specify you hate French cars.
Newer French cars, actually, every advert I get every single day, the new Renault Zoe.
What, Zoe Berger?
No, it's just a stupid electric car, looks horrible.
Zoe Berger nips.
You could become Zoe Berger, Ruben, and do that.
I suppose I could become her and get a mastectomy.
Oh no.
I took that to a dark place.
What? Can you
remove her breasts?
Oh! I don't know the scientific terms.
I don't know if you could do that in 1 week, though. I don't think that's a vasectomy. Isn't that mastectomy?
Yeah, a vasectomy is...
Yeah, I was going to say. It just sounded like you were saying the...
Let me check.
Getting your titties removed.
I probably got it horribly wrong.
Why am I the only one who thinks they actually go to a YouTuber they like and then just
No, it is a mastectomy. Sorry, there's like a mastectomy. Yeah, there's another
Not heard that one
silent.
I just be one of those YouTubers who just drives around nice cars.
Yeah, that's an easy answer.
Show that to a really dark place, actually. There was well, I suppose it is what she sells her entire being on.
Does she sell herself more on her tits or her ass, though?
Tits. I don't know.
She had her tits enlarged, though, not that long ago. It was her ass, I think.
She was just a twerking shit, doesn't she?
She would twerk after every kill count.
Nah, maybe I just fucking become Zoe Berger and shoot myself in the head.
She enrages so many people. It's that whole, who's that other...
No, I know I do. I'd become Zoe Berger, okay? And then I'd carry out, just killing other YouTubers as her. So, I'm not even YouTubers. I'd kill other people.
Yeah.
So, just shoot them. Not even anything weird, just dead. So go around to Celestia Vega's house thinking they're all friends and... And then we go. Who else?
Do you think that ruining her life to the point of being a murderer is?
No, I'd shoot myself at the end. So it's all right.
Okay. So going on a spree.
Yeah.
You think because she twerks a bit, she deserves that?
Christ, do you now make me want to make the joke?
Joke. Do it.
Do it.
You can't dodge the watch.
You can't dodge the Rog.
Elliot Roger?
Oh Jesus.
I'm trying to Elliot Roger, I can't.
School shooting.
No, he wasn't a school shooter. It's him in his BMW and he just drove around shooting.
Yeah. He was a school kid or whatever who was the
beach one
upset.
Yeah. The 4chaner.
Yeah.
Was he actually a 4chan?
Yeah, he posted it all on 4chan before he actually did it.
Oh really?
All the videos he posted on 4chan.
Is that where they got it from?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
That's how it became a thing because he's
all you have to do is look at him and see that screw is loose.
Yeah.
TBH, I wouldn't do any of the sick shit I just did. Just go into Fousey's head, have a look at that.
Yeah, I wonder if you get to like read their minds and shit.
I could always like go into Alex's head. Or I could just refuse to leave your flat for a week.
That's true, actually.
What could you do?
Life is normal.
Just carry on with me there in the corner the whole time.
Yeah.
What's for dinner, Alex? Nothing!
My sperm.
Leave! No, Alex, you're only on day 3 of 7. I'm not leaving yet. I've got more to see.
Yeah.
I am really hot right now.
It's really warm for some reason.
Do you want to open the door?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Is it locked?
No, I'm too stupid. Oops.
Joe Pasquale, goats you love. You can design your own child. What traits do you give the child?
My big dick.
Okay.
From
That's
birth.
James's one.
Just a man-sized dick.
Oh, that'd be horrible. How to instantly make any baby just awful. Oh.
Be the first thing that comes out as well.
There's that Simpsons joke where it's like, it's a boy, and what a boy. That's not... that's the umbilical cord, Homer. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He mistakes the cord for his dick. Back when the Simpsons was good.
Yeah. Big baby blue eyes would be good.
What
Green
if you
eyes
did
are rare. They'd have my green eyes.
It depends who the other person is. I suppose if you can
Blue.
choose whatever you want.
What's more dominant, green or blue?
I don't know.
I think it'd be the green.
Just make sure it's got, make sure it's going to grow up with great eyebrows. Great eyes. Just this whole region. Just make sure they're great when it grows
Such
up.
a weirdly specific thing.
That's what you want.
What gender? Boy or girl?
I don't mind.
You don't mind? Well,
I'm not
I'm asking you which one.
They're going to be my kid either way, so it doesn't
No, I
matter.
don't care.
You don't care? You don't have any like, oh, I really like a little boy, little girl.
I would say girl, but then you'd ask why, and then it would be cringy, and you'd cringe.
Why a little
No,
girl,
I'm not gonna-
James?
I'm
No,
not gonna say.
because I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to suggest girl, but like...
Really? All of us? That's weird.
A boy would be pretty like banterific, wouldn't it?
It would be banterific, but at the same time, like...
What if it like doesn't like the things you like? Then it's like...
That's what I was going to say.
At least with a girl, it's like quite natural whether they just suddenly decide to like the things their dad likes. Like fuck, what do they call it?
It's more likely that your things as a dad will stay as your things,
Mhm.
you know? Instead of having to share them
Mhm.
with your fucking son.
But judging if I had a son, it'd just be like me. Just like I'm like my dad in every way. Just like
look like you, be a mini version of you, love cars. Yeah.
So I'd have a daughter.
But what was your reasoning, though, for the daughter? You didn't say. You said it was
I'm
cringy.
not
No,
gonna
say it. Fucking say it.
you'll
dude.
cringe. He will.
I won't cringe, but
Okay.
Ruben might, but I won't.
You ready?
Yes.
Because then it passes down the looks of my significant other.
Does it there?
No, it doesn't work like that, does it?
They
mix.
inherit like a mixture of
Yeah, it'd be
you
like a
and whatever
combo.
genes you're carrying, and the same goes for her and whatever
yes.
she's...
It'd be like a combo of the best parts of both of you.
So they'll get my height. and
Your
her
willy.
looks.
Well, it might not, though. It might not get your height.
She's a midget.
Yeah, it might not get your height. All the same.
They'll get my height. I'll make them get my height.
So my child, Horace Ultron the third. This is a meme that neither of you two understand, but I find the name funny. It gets me every time.
What, Horace?
Horace Ultron the third.
Is that a boy or girl name? Boy.
Yeah, but it'd be a girl.
God, what a way to torture a child from birth. Horace!
Have you actually already thought about names at all?
I thought of a name for a girl already.
Yeah, I have a bunch of names. That
I'm
do.
not
I've
gonna.
got mine
I'm
too
gonna say it
picked.
on the cast because then people might steal my name.
Oh,
for my,
come
my
on.
What
daughter.
difference would it make?
being petty.
Horace Ultron the third I like because it implies there's been 2 more Horace Ultrons in my family.
The Ultron part's pretty good.
I suggested Ultron. The mother suggested Horace. You know,
Yeah.
Ultron is imperative.
Mm-hmm. Is that the middle name? Or?
It's double barrel. Horace
Double
Ultron.
barrel.
If I had a son, they'd be called Lawrence.
Really?
Really? Lawrence.
Lawrence Fishburne.
The reason why is really fucking gay.
Why?
Because that's the male character in Spice of Wolf.
Spice Girl.
Oh no! Please, James, do me a favour. If you have a son and you call them Lawrence, never tell them why you named them that.
Going to. Because Lawrence of Arabia, that's an actual British name, Lawrence.
Just keep it to yourself. Jim was going to be called Lawrence. That was one of the names floating around for him.
Good thing he wasn't.
He's not really a Lawrence, is he?
No.
No, he's a Jamie.
He's more of a Jim.
Yeah, more of a Jim than a Jamie. Yeah, just saying Jim when he's doing something.
What's
like
the short version of Lawrence? Laurie? There
is no, it's just Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't know.
Queer? If I had a daughter, the name would be Belle.
Belle.
No, I really hate that name.
List here. What's wrong with Belle?
I don't know.
I don't have one for a
Belle,
boy.
I don't like Belle. Don't like it.
Isaac is my one for a boy.
Isaac! I actually had 2 names on here. I only ever thought of names for girls. I couldn't think of any for...
I have a bunch.
Girl names are really easy, I think.
have 2 names on my list. It was like Gabrielle or Belle.
I actually have Belle on here as well.
Gabrielle Bell.
Is it Belle with an E?
Yeah, with an E.
What the fuck?
Good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Sam with an X. On here.
Sam with an X.
Yeah.
Let's hope they're like the founder of a planet or something. At least that works. Yeah. But that's not Sir. That doesn't make a Zam.
Yeah.
Zam.
I'm gonna call a dog that, I think.
Yam.
I'm gonna call
Zam.
my next dog Zam. It's quite a good dog name, I reckon. What? All right, Mr. Max. Come on, Max.
I didn't think of the name.
Ooh, my dog's called Max.
If I was gonna name my dog, I think I would actually call it like DD. I like that. Even if it's just DEE. Yeah. I still quite like that.
See, the dog is the one time you can name a living creature something stupid and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I named after the pattern of socks. Everyone's like, "Oh, is that a reference to Scotland?"
No. Scotland, Plymouth Argyle, the football team.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a place in Scotland.
Oh, is there a place in Scotland called it?
There's a place in Scotland called Argyle.
There's also, I thought.
And then they're like,
my gran said to me, "Oh, what, like the football team?" No, grandma.
And then after that, I explained the name. They're like, "Well, corgis are Welsh, not Scottish."
Okay.
Yep, I know that. I'm very aware. Named them after the socks.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
I'll probably call my dog Geralt.
Geralt.
Bad name.
Not even bad. As long as it's a certain type of dog.
Yeah, it has to be like a big muscly dog.
Yeah, like a golden retriever.
You call your dog like
something.
Baz or some shit.
Baz. That's my dad's nickname.
Yeah, it's good though. It's because like the sort of weird like Australian and New Zealand type shit that they say just works for like those kinds of things.
Do you know what they call flip-flops?
Thongs.
Yeah.
Jandals.
Why not?
Jandal.
Yeah.
Where?
New Zealand.
Because in Australia it's thong.
Yes, thong.
No, in New Zealand. I mean.
Jandals.
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 They just have weird names for things.
It's really weird, yeah. Don't have a boy name.
I have a girl name.
Isaac.
Because it's got to be like a name that I don't associate with anyone that's a cunt as well. Or have any like weird predisposed association of like the name.
That's the thing though, like my cousin has a name that before that name I associated with someone I didn't like, but now I like the name because it's my like cousin's name.
Yeah, I haven't had any replacements to certain names though. So.
But yeah, that's the thing. You could make the replacement. But like, who was that fucking cunt? Katie Hopkins, who was like, she went on some news channel saying how certain names.
Your names. Don't like the name Chardonnay. I don't like the name Chardonnay, but whatever. You know,
yeah,
could be like some nice people called that. So like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna hold it against them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call my child it. She didn't. You said you shouldn't call them like geographical locations, but one of her kids is called India. Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
She's such a cunt. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. But
like she said, if we vote Brexit or something,
she'll leave.
Yeah.
And she hasn't left, has she?
She hasn't left, no.
It's always just bullshit when anyone says anything like that. They never do it. They never follow through.
It's like an easy way to get attention.
She like writes for the Sun anyway, I think, or one of those.
The Sun.
Or the Daily Mirror.
The Sun.
She writes for one of those. Daily Mirror, Sun.
If I like assume the role of Fusi for a week, I'd covertly still, just for the sake of I wouldn't completely ruin it. I'd assassinate Katie Hopkins
in
the body of Fousey Tube. Yeah.
He did say he's the Tupac of YouTube.
Machiavelli. Does he think that's what he is? Such a cunt.
One of the most gloriously hateable people who really wants to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
Fousey too.
It's like he's trying to have the Drake charisma.
Yeah.
But Drake's not a massive asshole.
You know what?
On camera constantly.
He's trying to be an actor now.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Do you know what movie he was
he had a role in a YouTube Red thing, I know.
Do you know what movie he was in, Ruben? The latest Medea movie.
What?
Tyler Perry. It was he dresses up as a fat black woman, and it was like a Halloween movie or something.
Sounds good.
So he's making waves. I went on one of his videos for some reason. I remember it was the one where he was talking about why he striked Colossal's video. And it was in a 25-minute vlog of him just spending a few days doing just shit. And then randomly at the end, he's just sat on his sofa and he has a part where he's holding his phone up, talking into it about that. But before that, it's him going...
Just doing his stuff.
Just living wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this whole section on coming out of a audition. And he was like, I don't know if I'm going to get the part.
I'm bored and you're just telling me it.
Exactly, yeah. It was a fucking awful video. It was came out the audition, not sure how it went, but... And he has a positive spin to every single thing. And he does these really generic speeches.
Yeah, I hate
all
those.
the time.
Terrible. People wow, so uplifting.
Yeah.
Kill yourselves. Go into your dad's wardrobe.
Why your dad's wardrobe?
Because it's where he keeps his 9mm. All right.
Sexism.
So get the 9. It was his 9mm. It's his 9mm.
That's it.
It's their dad's 9mm. That's why he keeps it in his wardrobe.
I'm going to rewrite Rogue One to be anti-Ruben now.
I just said for them to get their dad's. Look, you can get your mum's 9mm if you really want.
Yes,
from her wardrobe.
Better.
Maybe if they've got a shared wardrobe and they have a shared 9mm. Get the shared 9mm. Either way, you're going to be shooting yourself, so it doesn't matter.
What about if you don't have a 9mm? What about if you only have a 5mm?
Just make sure you die.
Just shove your head onto a spike, Daredevil style.
Well, Daredevil copied something. I'm triggered.
Anyway.
Alley Cat 629. I just finished watching Alien. Great film, by the way. And I was wondering, when does it become the director's / writer's job to convince them that something is real? Is there a point where it's the audience's job to just accept that things occur in a film? To me, the only thing that matters is if whatever's happening...
If it's not stupid.
As long as it makes sense in its own universe, then I'm fine with it.
I don't like it when a character or a thing behaves in a way that's just stupid so that the movie can do a certain thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe returns back to being like logical.
Yeah.
I guess, but yeah, that's why I just get annoyed.
Yeah.
Don't make a noise, don't scream. Character screams, thing happens.
Yeah.
I can't be doing with that.
As long as the world they set up is consistent and makes sense, and they set up rules and they actually stick to those rules, then I'm fine with whatever it is. Then I'll accept anything. It can be the goofiest film ever, but as long as they're consistent with how the goofiness works and there are rules set up, then I'll believe basically anything. It's when, what you just said, when something pulls you out of it, that's when it'll piss me off.
Well, yeah, as soon as the film, I start getting annoyed at the thing. It's just getting annoyed when I shouldn't be getting annoyed,
I don't think it is really the audience's job to accept that things are happening. I think it's the exact opposite.
The director has to convince you that this is happening and it makes sense.
Yeah. That's the thing, mate.
Otherwise, a film could have no integrity whatsoever. Could just fucking be a sequence of...
Yeah. Like Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Apart from I was going to say, Suicide Squad is so loosely even like a film that
I know.
I can't even talk about it in this situation.
Shots.
Had an awful cramp in my leg the other day when I woke up. Still hurts.
Those are the worst. Have you ever had that thing where you wake up and you know you've had a cramp because of the feeling in your leg?
I remember being half asleep and I'm feeling it, waking up and having being still half asleep, just stretching my leg out on my foot trying to make it stop.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, and I couldn't, and I just had to really tense my leg until it stopped, and I just fell asleep again. And then I woke up and it really hurt. It still hurts. It feels like it's bruised.
Really? Yeah, it's fucked. Sometimes it can actually impact your walking.
Yeah, I did. I limped for like a little bit when I woke up.
It's fucked. It's really what causes them. Do you know?
I can't remember. I think I did know for a bit, but I can't remember.
It's a horrible thing. Like there's that thing that when you're asleep, you sometimes get woken up by the falling sensation.
Yeah.
But like it's weirdly enjoyable, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. No, at first it's like what the fuck, but then eventually you get used to it and you're like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just go
it's like a weird kind of rush because of the adrenaline boost you get.
Mm-hmm.
But with the fucking cramp, it's just fucking miserable. It's horrible. I got them swimming sometimes in my foot. That sucked. Horrible.
I actually get that sometimes because I'm like kind of flat-footed. I don't know if other people get this, but who aren't, they probably still do. When it feels like the sole of your foot is like splitting.
Really?
Yeah, I get that sometimes because I'm somewhat flat-footed or whatever. Meaning my ankles go in, my feet. Yeah.
Do you have to wear soles or anything?
I have slight like these little insoles that I just bought.
Yeah.
Nothing like prescribed. I walk with my feet turned outwards. The insoles just help me do that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I walk completely normally, and my feet look completely normal.
It can just hurt if you don't.
Unless like right now, if I was to put my foot out, I wouldn't hold it out because it's resting. But if I'm walking, I do pull it out like anyone else does, or doesn't have to rather.
A bag full of sand. Are there examples where fan bases ruin genuinely good pieces of media?
Fuck. There are things. I just can't think of it right now. But there are things that do piss me off.
There is a thing where like a fan base gets so ridiculous where it's like, I almost don't want to like this thing anymore because of the way people are reacting to it.
I actually get annoyed people calling The Last of Us the best game ever.
Yeah.
It really bothers me a lot.
Mm.
And that kind of fervid, like, just like, it's the best thing in there. It's not the best game ever.
Yeah.
Well presented, well told story with some engaging gameplay, but it's not the best game ever. No.
Actually, that happened for me in Uncharted, I reckon.
Yeah,
because I think they are good.
The Uncharted series, yeah, I get fed up with people going on about those.
I think they are genuinely good.
Mm-hmm.
But the fan base has actually ruined it.
Like I really like The Last of Us. Like if I was going to assign an arbitrary score to it, I'd give it a perfect score.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean it's a perfect game, but it would get the perfect score. In my world, 10 out of 10 doesn't mean perfect score. Doesn't mean it's 100%.
I don't think it does anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah. No. There are lots of games though that I'd give that, but there are ones I just think are better.
Yeah.
Like I always go to like Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
That's it for me. That's
like the thing
that's a fucking peak.
That's the thing with Uncharted though. Like I unabashedly like adore The Last of Us. I think it's like it deserves a lot of the praise it gets.
Yeah.
But the Uncharted one I just don't get.
No, I don't get that at all. Like Uncharted's like fine. Good.
Yeah, I think Uncharted's fine. I would never say it's a bad game ever. But it doesn't
come to my head as like I want to give that a 10 because I fucking loved it so much.
Yeah. Like I think they're fun and they're fine.
I mean, this is something I've always had to do with people. Like when it comes to that Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Last of Us thing, because they came out the same year. I always say Grand Theft Auto is a better game.
Yeah, if I had to break it down to a game, yes.
Yeah, and that's why I'm always, The Last of Us is really good, but like, if I was going to say, I mean, GTA is a better game.
Yeah. So they both do like things better than the other.
Yeah.
But they're both still good.
And obviously, like, the completely different stories.
Yeah.
Well told stories, always.
Yeah.
Well written. Well, as in, like, GTA is very funny and clever. And The Last of Us is very fucking horrid. Just
maybe the thing about The Last of Us is that with Uncharted, I have seen better media, which is like a goofy action adventure.
Oh, yeah, we have Indiana Jones.
We have Indiana Jones.
So, like,
but whereas with The Last of Us, it's probably my favourite piece of, like, zombie fiction.
Yeah.
I can think of. So it stands out a bit more to me.
Yeah.
Like that story, whether it be told in a video game or a movie or a TV show, it's
got a great soundtrack.
Would still be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like anyone to say that The Last of Us is the best game ever because like there are games I just put on this plane of like really important, special in terms of modern games. Obviously, I wasn't around in the 90s. I was 3 years old at most.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, 2 years old at most in the 90s.
It's when people present it as like, this is the best game ever.
Yeah.
Well, it has elements which are some of the best things, like it has some of the best presentation, probably, in terms of cutscene storytelling and the odd thing here and there with other things, but...
I actually saw Elvis Alien put something on Twitter about like I think it was like top.
People are doing their top 10 favorite games.
I think for some reason I thought he did 12. Did he do 12?
He might have done 12. I'm not sure.
Because it was 4, 4, 4. I think he just did it for the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, like, I realized, like, I just have like these ones I put on like a top level. There's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Just up there on the top for me in terms of like, completely. Some of them, it's like I get why there's a link there, like story driven, I guess.
Yes.
You know, so it's like Mass Effect 2, Red Dead, GTA, and the last GTA 5, and The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And then just like, I think Skyrim just gets stuck on the end of it, being like something else altogether.
I think the cool thing about video games is that someone with a list of just story games and someone with a list of just like Mario World, the original Zelda.
They probably got such completely different things out.
Exactly, yeah. And neither of those lists are wrong.
No, not at all.
Because it's their favorite games. Whereas with something like a movie list,
I have sometimes a question like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I rarely get that because I'm not surrounded by people who are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes like my dad's like critical of a film and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Dark Knight, fucking silly. What? Why are you? What the fuck are you doing? What?
There's certainly sillier films than The Dark Knight out there.
I mean, The Dark Knight Rises, he said, was all a bit silly, but like...
How long have we been going on?
It's going to have to do like an hour and a half.
We're winding down now.
I might even make my own, like, I might make a list of my
I've been thinking
games,
about mine as well.
You can just do it in a cast, like a dedicated
No, I mean, I'm going to
cast
put it on Twitter. I think.
Why aren't we going to make a cast about it?
I've seen Halo 1 on a surprising amount of them.
The Halo 1 is excellent, actually, thinking about it. There's a lot of stuff in that game that I think, like, for 2001, Jesus Christ, Bungie just, like, knew what they were doing.
I wouldn't put on my favourite games, though.
No.
Because it didn't hit me when it first came out, you know?
Well, when I completely understand when people do it. I'm like, it's really amazing. Yeah.
Well, like, it's not my favourite Halo, for example.
No, I mean, I can't even think of it. I'm so, like, I feel so weird about Halo at the moment that I can't even...
I think people do that.
It's like, it's dampened, like, how I felt about, like, things like Halo Reach.
Yeah.
And I've gone in the past 2 years of being like, fuck me, loved that game. What a good time to... Don't want to touch it.
Because Halo's got this stigma now. Did it to themselves, though.
And it's annoying because Halo 5 like looks like it could be really fun, like, to play now.
Yeah.
In the right sort of environment, like you play fun custom games and bullshit like that. But not... I don't want to play anything else on it. Firefight can suck my dick. Anyway, that's really specific. The only people that play Halo 5 would get that.
Why is Alex such a Skyrim roleplay god? That's that video of that guy saying that Skyrim Remastered is more immersive.
I felt more immersed walking through Skyrim Forest than I have forests in real life. That's not how immersion works.
One of the best videos of all time. It was one of his videos because he just loves Skyrim, that guy.
Yeah, but it's like a stupid sentence.
Yeah, it's fucking just so dumb. But
like,
I mean,
he's like confusing immersion with like a feeling of elation.
Yeah. His I found one of his videos before that video ages ago, where it was about role playing in Skyrim, and then I joked about it on the podcast.
And then I remember I saw a bit of it.
Yeah,
because he was hunting, wasn't he?
I think we watched it on my computer.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was proper lol.
I actually played Skyrim to death a little bit. And now Final Fantasy's come out. I've stopped for a bit.
I haven't played Final Fantasy since I started playing Battlefield again. I just can't pull myself away from
What the fuck else do you have to do in Battlefield?
Well, do you remember, like, I had that thing about Battlefield 4 where I played that?
I suppose, yeah. But you still had stuff to unlock, though, right?
No.
I feel like you did.
Yeah, there were certain things I was still trying to get. Like, I hadn't finished every kit for a bit. I didn't finish, like, a certain tier of weapon for ages. Not until, like...
PDWs?
Yeah, PDWs I didn't finish for ages. Just because I didn't use them.
But now, Battlefield 1, I've got nothing. And I just keep on playing it. The game
will update to those, I think.
Yeah, there's more shit with new map.
You kept telling me when The Last of Us came out, because I borrowed it off you. Oh, you got to play it. But I just kept playing something else that was out at the time. Because I was just super sucked into it.
When did Last of Us
360 era, it was still, because I got a PS3, I bought it for that. So I was playing... No, GTA wasn't out.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what I was playing at the time.
Prior to...
Might have been Halo 4. I was really good at Halo 4 for a time, so it was probably that, yeah.
I don't think it's Halo 4.
I can't remember that period, really.
Dark Souls 2?
No, Dark Souls 2 wasn't out. Dark Souls 1, I hadn't even bought Dark Souls 1 yet. I got that when Xbox One came out. I remember this is July 2013. It's like summer. I think I was just like busy. That was it. I was just out doing stuff.
It was a good summer that year.
Yeah, it was. I remember. Because that was like my 16. I was 16, and Random Access Memories had come out summer.
That's right. Yeah.
Halo Wars then.
We were playing Halo Wars a lot.
That's true.
Actually. Good times.
Fucking wow! Just listening to Wyman playing Halo Wars was basically what we did.
Yeah.
Man, kind of want to just end this cast now. I think
we're gonna do one more.
Because now I'm just reminiscing. I'm just out reminiscing now, and I don't want to reminisce on the cast that much.
Because you get depressed.
Because it's personal. It's like too personal for the cast.
Okay, one more then from Joe Pasquale.
The only person you ever read questions out from.
You just leave some decent questions. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to Joe Pasquale, Goatsy Love.
What is it then? Come on.
Should YouTube crack down on users who make racist, fake pranks like Joey Salads, or should they let creators have complete freedom to create the content they choose?
Free speech. Just let.
You gotta give. I mean,
I think there is a line.
I think there is a line. Yeah.
As long as it's not hate speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
people should be free to make their own conclusions on what he's doing, and if they can't see that it's fake, then
yeah.
No, but then some people think hate speech is completely different to other people.
Yeah, I suppose that's one of those questions where you start getting deep into like the human condition.
Yeah.
And being horribly like subjective.
If there's absolutely nothing constructive you can take away from it apart from bigoted hate speech, then I could see YouTube taking it down.
Yeah.
And that's reasonable. Because the freedom of speech thing, like,
there's freedom of speech and there's just being a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that line. I do think, like, the example was Joey Salad's bullshit. Obviously, it's fucking terrible crap. I don't think it should be taken down necessarily. But then again, I think it probably does go against some of the terms and conditions of YouTube. That's not going against freedom of speech. That's just YouTube's specific terms and conditions.
But they don't really enforce them.
No, they can't enforce them. But like that stuff, a lot of the time, the audience kind of decides for themselves. Like, it's full of dislikes, comments saying that he's a stupid fucking asshole. So it kind of sorts itself out in a lot of ways. So yeah.
Yeah.
Should probably end this before James collapses.
Yeah.
I've still got to ride my motorbike.
So it's 2 more episodes till the big 5-0.
Well, no, because next weekend is the 18th.
What?
It's the 18th.
No, we're doing episode 48 currently.
Yes.
And in 2 weeks it'll be episode 50.
But are we going to be able to film 2 episodes?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, they might have to take 1 week break. It might be the first time we ever do that.
We're going to have to take... No, but next week
we'll have to break or do 2.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Leave
have a nice
questions on the Jar Media Reddit. Leave questions on the Jar Media Reddit. We'll see you next time.
I'll make sure all of you are called Joe Pasquale.
No, I don't, because then it'll get all confusing.
Joe Pasquale gets fucking... There's only one Joe Pasquale.
End this goddamn video.
Good night.
See you next time, my lovelies
and
jarlings.